Hi! Hello! Good evening or good day, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the stream. My hands are open to be blessed by the thickness I'm about to receive. Praise the eagle. So true. So true. Anyways, you guys may notice that my voice probably sounds a little different. Or not my voice, but like my audio. Because I am trying out a different noise suppression program. So I'm wondering, you know, do I sound alright? Do I sound significantly worse, significantly better? Or, yeah, I guess just let me know, even you VOD watchers in the future, let me know what you think of the audio quality. Alright, cool. If it sounds alright, good. Because this new one I'm using uses a lot less of my GPU, because normally I use NVIDIA Broadcast, but like that's like so GPU intensive, honestly. So I'm trying this one. Anyways, tonight I'm gonna continue Nina Aquila, Legal Eagle, Chapter 4, Sacred Feathers. Long name, yeah. One sec. Alright. Let me switch to the game scene now. Okay. So last we left off, there are some weird explosions going on, and it like blinds people, and then someone disappeared. People are disappearing. I don't know what's up. But hopefully tonight we'll get to a courtroom scene, because I am pretty excited about that, to be honest. Anyways, what am I doing? I don't know. Mandarin is pronounced Aquila like Aguila. I see. Hey, look! I'm probably not gonna be voice acting too much tonight, but we'll see. Maybe I'll slip right back into it. I guess Chad must have wrapped things up. We should go talk to Jack Cable in the control room. That's right, there was like a whole show and everything. Something Valkyrie, was it? Anyways. Nina, right? Nina Aquila? Chad said you would be along soon. Jackie Chan. Well, same initials. And it starts with Jack, so... Anyway. We're kind of in the middle of something. Be just a sec. Okay. Have you gotten anywhere trying to resurrect this equipment? Things look pretty dire. The file server is totally fried. We've been trying to extract something, anything from the memory card within the camera. Can't you just rip it out? Even if you're worried about the power, surely a pair of oven gloves. The card is fused into the slot. We thought we could reach it via the computer network. Ah. Got it. Oh, they did. Okay. Really? No way, it actually worked? No way! Well, it's not good. What's wrong? The data. It's garbage. Oh, something. They won't play. Can you salvage anything? If I check the file headers... Okay, I've got two images. Both are in black and white, monochrome. The scene was gonna be like that in the final episode. Okay. The monitor is screwed, but I should be able to call them up on that little status screen. Bringing up image number 1. That looks like it was taken just before the incident. How convenient. Now bringing up image number 2. After. Janice is missing in that picture. And that looks like Maxie just after she became injured. This can't be all we have. These are from either side of the actual incident. Mr. Cable, are you certain the full file won't play on your equipment? Maybe with more time I could pass it through some tools. Do you have the means to write the footage to a disk? With all the associated metadata? Yeah, it's only a few hundred megs. I can write it to a DVD. Just a sec. DVD! Here you are. And one for you, for good measure. Thank you! What are you planning to do with this? It won't play. Fletch and PD have some great data forensics people. And I trust that you'll be disclosing the footage if you get it to play. Believe me, Miss Aquila. If I get professionally lit high-def footage of this incident, you'll be the first to hear about it. Okay, I think I'm done here. Miss Aquila? The only person I've yet to interview is Maxie, the woman who was injured. Me neither. I need to find out where... She's at Flood City Memorial Hospital at the burn ward, room 401. But I've heard she's in some pain. Might I suggest... Yes? If we both turn up to question her back-to-back, it might be a bit of a shock to the system. I'm leaving now. If you give it an hour, that'll put you an hour behind me. That's still more than enough time to make visiting hours. That's... He's right, that's prudent. I hate that. Understood. I'll just set an alarm on my phone. See you in court. Whoop. So much for him. You don't like Chad? Shouldn't take it personally. I don't like many people. But I like... Point is, I was friends with Janice and Amelia. So call her me when you're ready to talk shop. Mr. Cable, hello. Sounds like you're fully aware, but for clarity's sake, I'm gonna be acting in defense of Million Orden in court tomorrow. Yep, Hank briefed me. Didn't you represent him too a little while back? That's right. So I'm sorry if you're gonna have to repeat yourself after talking to Chad. It's okay. This is important. So what do you want to know? From the top, can you tell me about the incident from your perspective? I mean, probably saw... Oh, that. I just want to know what you saw personally. Try to pretend I wasn't here. Well, I saw the whole thing, from start to finish in monochrome. You mean in black and white? That's right. It was up here on the big monitor. It had been a busy morning while we got everything ready to film. The scene in the final show was to be in black and white, so I calibrated the monitor for monochrome. I was putting the finishing touches on the live preview when you and your assistant spoke to me. But everything seemed good. I'd heard there was some change of plans due to Mr. Lucas visiting the set, but that didn't matter much to me. I just got busy in here. When it was time to film, we did final prep. You two, Hank, and Mr. Lucas came in here to watch while we started filming. Then, please just describe what you saw, Mr. Cable. Say one sec. Okay. Melia seemed to react to a sound from a bird, Starna. Then she must have pulled a flash paper in a costume or set off a flare or something. Mr. Cable? Yes. I know it's hard, but try not to speculate. We'll come to that later. Just what you saw, please. Fine. Melia performed her on-set transformation sequence and appeared to become her in-show alter ego, Valkyrie Freya. The light was so bright I was worried it might burn out the camera sensor. Fortunately, the camera recovered. For a moment, at least. Just after that, Janice looked disoriented. Then he did the same thing. He performed his costume change sequence and could be seen on the monitor as some sort of monster. Before I knew what was happening, a burst of 4-inch flame shot forth from Melia and hit Janice. There was a bright flash of light, and it was around the time the camera finally burned out. Some sort of power switch knocked out the camera at the file server. Okay, and my studio monitor. Thanks for that summary. Now, could I ask you to speculate on what might happen? Not a chance. Really? Sorry, but I've run the event over and over in my head dozens of times. We weren't meant to be filming any VFX shots on that day. Cat Wheel wasn't even in the building. Well, where is Cat Wheel? Some of your colleagues have speculated about a problem with the pyrotechnic system. I don't see how. But then again, what else could have happened? That just seems to be the only reasonable explanation. Okay, I don't envy you. Excuse me? This task, trying to defend Melia, it's my job. Regardless, you have my sympathy. Look, I'll do what I can to try and recover this lost footage. Maybe I'll get lucky. If I do, I'll make sure it gets to you. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yes, Rico Kaboom. Oh, we still have stuff to find. Okay, wait. Okay, burn out monitor. Burn out monitor. Okay, was that it? Yes. So, that was devastating. Your point being? You've got to assume that Hank's gonna tap Jack Cable for court tomorrow. Surely that's bad for us? We've had worse. Really? Nina. Nina! What? Can you not space out when I'm asking you about this stuff? It's clear that this is important to you, even if I have no idea why. But come on, Jack's testimony, what do you think? We've never had a witness who saw the entire incident from start to finish. It makes no difference. Milda's our client, and I'm gonna act as a zealous advocate for her case. Right now, anything else is just a distraction. But for now, I'm sure there was someone else we needed to talk to. They must be around here somewhere. Cat Wheel, right? Where? Okay. Yeah, where would she be? Oh, you. Hello. Are you Cat Wheel? I'm really quite busy. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I'm Nina Aquila, and this is my assistant, Dylan Merlo. Hey. Oh, wow. Was your assistant in some sort of fight? Should have seen the other guy. So, you are in fact Cat Wheel. Hank said I should expect 2 lawyers and the police. Take it you're the second lawyer? So Chad got to her first, yeah. That's right, I'm representing Millia Norden in her case. As said before, I really am quite busy. I appreciate you've got a job to do, but please understand, so do we. Even so, look, my role in all this requires that I pursue all avenues of investigation. If we make it quick, it'll be faster to get back to whatever it is you're doing. Fine. Catherine Wheel at your service, though most just call me Cat. What do you do? I'm the studio's VFX technician. I assume that means you handle stuff relating to visual effects? That's right. With the studio focusing on a magical girl show, we have numerous things that need effects to really work on screen. Transformation sequences, special attacks. I'm surprised it's not mostly done on computer. The studio prides itself on practical effects. Try to do as much on camera as possible and only augment those effects with computer imagery. It gives things a rustic feel, which is great for the kid audience. They feel more connected to the action when it looks so real. Have you ever had any accidents? You mean apart from yesterday's incident? Never. Okay, the incident. Where were you yesterday? After finishing the last season, I went on vacation. Anywhere fun? Some friends and I went whitewater rafting and camped out each night. I only just got back. From what I've heard, the incident happened when I was still on the return flight. That's a decent alibi. We could easily check if she was actually still on the flight. True. No one would tell such an easily refutable lie. Others on the crew have talked to me about being dazzled, and the police have even suggested that Jan's duo was incinerated. What do you make of it? All hogwash. Hogwash? Baseless supposition. There was no VFX planned for yesterday. It's just not possible for the Pyron 9000 to have discharged like that. Oh. Pyron 9000? This baby. Our pyrotechnics are supplied by the Pyron 9000. This machine connects to various nozzles and emitters around the soundstage area. 2 large flame jets in the upper lighting rig can fire flaming tongues. Numerous smaller flame jets can be fired up from the floor. Smoke machine nozzles are embedded in various places. There's even a jet that can fire a fine stream of liquid and then ignite it for a mini explosion. Though that last one's not used very often. This is all in addition to the lighting rig, which can flash to help mask things for transformation sequences. Sounds like a serious piece of equipment. Oh, it is. This kind of equipment is normally only used in big arenas. Most idol performances use similar equipment. Of course, with us using it in such a confined space, the effect is very powerful. I hate to even ask, but is it possible it could have misfired? No. Even with a power surge? Short circuit? Hell, what if the studio was struck by a bolt of lightning? I get where you're going with this, but the answer is no. How can you be so sure? You're dealing with weapons-grade hardware here. It's true that without safety features, the Pirate 9000 could be very dangerous. But those features are extensive. All those things you list? They could definitely stop the device from firing when it's supposed to, but there's no way they could make it fire when it's not properly loaded. Not properly loaded? Look, I can make this really simple. What are you doing? The Pyro 9000 can only fire when it has ammo. Ammo? And as you'll see... But that just can't be! What is it? What's wrong? This! Ooh, what is that? Hydrogen bomb? Ugh, it stinks of oil. Kerosene. It knows. But what is it? This is an ammo pack. Think of it like a printer cartridge for an office printer. Only instead of ink, this contains kerosene and various additives. The Pyro 9000 can ignite the kerosene with those additives to create flames and smoke of various colors. The chemicals are pressurized and flow out of this nozzle on top when the machine opens the valve. A single pack can create a flaming burst that's around 5 seconds in length. But normally, our effects only need a fraction of time for each flash, so each pack can last us a while. The smell is very pungent. Is it dangerous? This ammo pack type only works within the machine. Pretty safe, provided you handle them with care. And besides, this one is empty. They emptied it out, maybe? So what's the problem? When you opened the machine, you sounded like you'd seen a ghost. Yeah? Yes? This ammo pack isn't supposed to be here, is it? Yeah, because they didn't plan for a VFX episode. The machine was supposed to be empty. I meticulously load and unload the Pyro 9000 every session. Every single time. You've never missed unloading it after a long day. Not even once. I log it even, and I know for a fact that I unloaded when we finished the final scenes of last season. We shouldn't even have a single empty pack presently on site. I send them back to the manufacturer to be refilled, and our inventory lists all our packs as full. This has definitely been used. Where do you keep them when they're not inside the machine? The weapons locker outside. Our insurer requires that we keep them in a different building to the machine. Who has access to that building? There are only 2 sets of keys. I have one, and they were locked in the safe at my home while I was on vacation. Hank has the other. Do you need anything else to fire the machine? Just this. Detonator? Oh wait, oops. Okay. Move. Control device? Very good. These devices connect wirelessly to the Pyro 9000 and can be used to trigger pre-programmed effects. And with that one, the machine can fire. That's right. But if a person were to buy another one, say from the manufacturer, nope, no good. They're set up with a unique encryption key. Realistically, they're unhackable. Are these devices kept under lock and key? Normally, no. If the Pyro 9000 is unloaded, then they're useless. And as you unload it every time, there's usually no need. How many of these exist? 4. I have this one here, Millia has one, Amara has one, and Janice has, well, had one. But I wonder, did Millia have hers yesterday during the incident? They each keep them in the right glove of their transform costume. Helps them trigger the effects naturally during their performance. Was Millia wearing her costume? Damn it, yes. Hello? What? Looks like the fans have finished their self-diagnostic cycle. Can you hit the switch to turn them back on? Oh, okay. Those are some serious fans! Whoa, look at them go! Necessary fans. The kerosene and additives from the VFX are harmful. These fans can exchange all the air in this room every 60 seconds. Otherwise, we'd all each have to wear breather masks. Plus, we'd all stink of kerosene. I think, yeah. These weren't spinning after the incident when the breaker was tripped. If the power was out, then they wouldn't be able to spin. But they'd start up the moment the power was restored. Okay. Kat, this is gonna be difficult, but I need to ask you a direct question. Fire away. All my answers so far have just led to bigger questions. Here goes. If employed correctly by someone who knew how to use it, could the Pyro 9000 be used to incinerate someone? Is it theoretically possible that it could have incinerated Janice? Is it? Yes. Ah, shit. You're sure? The Pyro 9000 is a very powerful machine. Even the ammo packs come from a subsidiary of the military arm of Rookery Inc. Actually, as an effect, we once used it to incinerate a waxwork dummy of around the size of a person. Oh, jeez. It was gone in around 2 seconds. Yikes! 5 full seconds of that flame jet? Janice wouldn't stand a chance. Wouldn't it leave residue though? Ashes? Reminder, Maxie. Time to go see Maxie? That's right. Kat, I think we've taken up enough of your time. Sorry I couldn't prove Millia innocent. I appreciate your help all the same. Let us know if you find anything else. No problem. Cool. Alright, let's go to Millia. Alright, sorry, not Millia. Maxie. Millia's our client. Okay. So, where are we going? Based on what Chad said, we should just need to head... There we go. Here, let's go. To the hospital! What the? Huh? Huh? Hello? Oh! Get out of the way! Oh. What? Oh, he's hiding from his gang. That's a lot more of them. What's up? What just happened? I just saw the Northern Bikers descend on where they're building that music festival. How many of them? All of them! Ain't that something? You didn't see them? My bootlaces were untied. Just wanted to sort them out. I'm sure. I hate to interrupt, but you want to talk to Maxie, right? I'm sure visiting hours at the hospital don't go on all evening. God, he's right. Let's get back to business. There it is. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, why is this music kind of loud though? Anyways, hello, do you have an appointment? No. I'm here to see someone. Maxie Leroux? Family? No. Caregiver? No, Partner? Waves gay flag? No! I'm sorry, but visiting hours are almost over, so unless you're family, you'll need to present a very good reason to be allowed onto the ward. Present a good reason, huh? I'm an attorney. Miss Aquila? Detective Flatfoot? Have you finished talking to Maxie? Maxie? On the studio incident? That's right. Sorry, no, I'm here for personal reasons. Oof, awkward. You having some kind of problem? She's here to visit someone, but she's not family and doesn't have an appointment. She's a defense attorney, Francine. She's registered with the city. I can vouch for her. Just hold it a sec. Be aware that Fledge City PD is on the hook for that. Strictly speaking, my status allows me to make reasonable avenues of inquiry about my case. I don't need his permission or yours. All the same, take all the time you need. I mean, you don't have to be mad that she's trying to help you get the permission. Rude. Still, something's clearly bothering him. Construction blocking the streets, yeah, so much. Anyway, well, no time for that now. Maybe I could ask someone who knows him personally. Maxie Leroux is in a room behind me. It's through the doors and on the left. Understood. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Hi, Maxie. Oh, Moon Princess. Sorry if I don't get up. Are you in pain? I was. I can get you soda or something if it'll help. No need, child. With the pills they gave me and the ointments they use, well, it's not exactly a spa day, but I'll pull through. Not sure how this is gonna go down. Maxie might hold Millia responsible for her injuries. Probably best just to tear off the band-aid. Maxie, we spoke briefly before, but I'm Nina Aquila and this is my assistant, Dylan Burlow. Hey. I've been hired by Hank and Mr. Lucas to defend Millia Norden in court. You're Milia's attorney? That's right. In that case, Miss Aquila, please promise me you can help that poor girl. Oh? You mean Milia? Who else would I mean? Guess there was no need to be worried. Sorry, I just didn't know prior to just now how we would feel about the incident. Milia Norden's an angel! Straight up. I've been from one end of this industry to the other and worked with all sorts of people. She's my darling. My star. Aw. You say that almost like she's your daughter. Do I? I suppose it's only fair. That child never really had a mother. Join the club. Maxie, if I may, if you want to help Milia, I have some questions I need to ask you. I'll help in any way I can. The incident first, I guess? Can you tell me what happened from your perspective? Did anything unusual happen during the morning, before filming? During the morning? No. Honestly, it was pretty ordinary. Then what about the incident itself? Everyone took their places as the camera started to roll. As a makeup artist, I usually only have to get involved during the actual filming if there's a problem, like someone's makeup runs or smudges. So I took a place off camera to the right of the soundstage to watch the filming of the first scene. And then what happened? They called action. Then Milia and Janice started to do their thing. But to my surprise, Milia talked as if her character was going to transform, like for a costume change. There was a bright light. It was dazzling. My vision was filled with a mess of blue and purple splodges. Next thing, I felt a burning, searing pain like I'd fallen on a barbecue. It only lasted a moment though. Guess I must have passed out. When I woke up, I was here. So you didn't see the exact moment that you were injured? No. It was some sort of fire though. The doctor said my burns are legit, like what they normally see when someone's pulled from a burning building. I hope it hasn't been too traumatic. Yeah, it could have been worse. The burns are superficial in depth terms. They'll heal with little scarring. Good. The problem is just the scale of the burns. They cover so much of my body. I'll help you, okay? Milia and Janice. So people at the studio had a lot to say about Milia and Janice. Gossip. In my business, Maxie, gossip can be a problem. Do you know if they were having arguments? Maxie? Please, if you know anything. Arguments is one way to put it. That being said, yes? Okay, there was maybe... I got some kind of vibe. Some sort of tension. Do you know what about? Truly, I don't think there's anything to relate. All married couples have tiffs and little spats. I don't personally think there was any rift between them. Certainly not the sort that would cause Milia to hurt him. Maxie, I need to ask you an uncomfortable question. Shoot. In cases of matricide or cases of uxoricide? Okay, I've never heard that latter term. Uxoricide? Uxoricide? Excuse me. That is to say, murder of husband or wife. Yes. There are things people can do that give people no recourse but to respond. Those things leave injuries. The sort that a makeup artist might be asked to cover up. Janice never raised a hand to Milia. You earnestly believe so? Child, I have seen... Okay, you've been professional, so let me be equally frank. I've applied makeup at some point to practically every inch of Milia. The crew can pay me for things like haircuts and other bits of cosmetic work. And I also do waxing. No part of that girl's body is a mystery to me. I know abuse can take many different forms, but if they were having those kinds of problems, they left 0 bruises or marks. Thank you. Those two kids loved each other more fiercely than anyone I have ever known. I'm sorry that I had to question that. You're just doing your job. Okay, that's nice. Though, okay, that went well. Opinion on studio. How do you characterize working at the studio? Bit chaotic, right? Yeah, what's with that? It's a cultural thing. We kinda thrive from it. All of us are like one big dysfunctional family. Here, take a look at this. The crew? Mm-hmm. That was at Christmas just over a year ago. Hank and his flirty dozen. Why were you all called that? Beats me. Pretty sure Hank came up with it. Where are you? Behind the camera. I took that picture. Okay. I love my job, and I love the studio. If the others seem to be struggling to process all this, that's the reason why. It's just so hard for us to conceive that any of this happened. Miss Aquila, Yes? You seem to have the best interest of Millie at heart, so I want to trust you with something that I didn't tell that lawyer from earlier. Chad? Maxie, sorry, but if you withheld information about the incident, I would never. That Chad guy, he's very direct. He asked me some specific questions and I gave him specific answers. When I tried to tell him the stuff, he said he had everything he needed about before the incident. That sounds unusually slapdash for Chad. There's gotta be more to that. The night before the incident, I saw Amelia. Don't you see her most days? Not like this. I was in my salon. It was very late. I was finishing up some last little bits of work around 10:30 p.m. I remember that rain was beating off the window. It was coming down in sheets. When I looked up and through the window, I saw Amelia in the trailer yard. But the strange part, she was wearing her full magical girl costume. Oh. Huh. And I could swear, gotta think I'm crazy. You'd be surprised what it takes for me to think someone's crazy. I could swear there was a monster out there with her. Huh. A monster? It was only a shape, really. Like a silhouette. What did you do? I was about to open a window and call out to her. But then there was a blinding flash. Huh. I had to blink to get my sight back, and in that instant, it looked like Millie was gone. I was worried something had happened to her, so I went to check. I walked out of my salon through the soundstage and briefly went outside into the trailer yard. But when I went out, all I heard were Millie and Janice in the trailer talking in raised voices. You didn't investigate further. It was late and I'd been busy. Figured I was just hallucinating. I was pretty tired after all. Seeing Millie outside though, with a monster? Sounds like it would have been a pretty vivid dream. That job involves a lot of, well, thinking about monsters and magical girls. I came back through the soundstage. I thought I heard something as I walked through and paused to look about. But it was dark, and the rain makes such a loud noise on that soundstage's tin roof. So I headed home. Why didn't you mention this before? Because the bright flash that I saw looked like your soundstage camera tricks. Looked like magic. That other lawyer, he only asked about the incident, not really much else. The whole thing sounds kind of weird. You're new to this show business. That's a show. Actors are unusual people. More so than many other lines of work. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Kapen. Hi. There we go, hydrated. Thank you. God, it's been so hot these days. I needed it. A bit of eccentricity comes with the job. But Milia? What about her? Over the years with Milia, I've seen things. Things I can't easily explain. Comings and goings late at night and all sorts. Oh, that's me. Nina, are you there? Hey, Hank, I'm at the hospital with Maxie. I need you to get down to my office right away. Really? Please hurry up and get down here. Hank? That's her cue. Miss Aquila, please help Mila. I can't imagine how she is right now locked up in a cell. We'll do what we can. Okay. Let's go. What the what? Hello? What in the world is going on? Sorry, man, but I'm afraid you can't go any further. The fire's nearly under control, but there's a risk of secondary blazes. It looks like there's been another explosion. And another? Hello? What's going on here? What's going on? What the hell? What the hell, Leon? What the hell, Leonte? What the helly? I don't even know where that's from. I'm just seeing the brain rot. What the heaven? Huh? Hello? Girl? Nina, Dylan! He looks worried. We came as fast as we could. What's happened? You're gonna want to sit down. Why is the costume there? Is there a person right there, or... No, that's a mannequin, right? Yep, it's on a mannequin. Okay, I was like, why are they gray? Anyway, what's wrong, Hank? What, has she gone missing or something, Milia? Oh, it's... okay. I'm assuming that this is Milia's VFX control device. That's right. This is Milia's costume on the mannequin. It was taken from her trailer after the incident. Guess I was hoping when we checked that the device wouldn't be there. Would have made things simpler. But it was inside her glove. Cat Wheel told us that's where it's normally kept. So this doesn't change anything. I'm sensing that this isn't why you asked us to run down here. You're perceptive. Comes with the job. The reason I asked you to come down is actually far, far worse. Go on. After you left, the police managed to get some footage. Oh, shh. Of the incident? But Jack Cable said... No, not of the incident. Our security tapes for the past week. Oh. Everything you needed, huh, Chad? You're talking about the night before the incident. How'd you know that? Maxie said some troubling things. Troubling, huh? Then come look at this. Oh god, what happened? Our CCTV footage is on the monochrome and very low resolution. Being an older tape-based kind, it only takes one frame every 15 seconds. Oh my god, that's so little. That way you only have to change your tape around once a week. Not exactly state of the art. It's on the list of stuff to get fixed. Just show me. Boop. Okay, that's the sound stage, but where's the place on the left? That's a weapons locker. You can see the ammo packs lined up on the tables. When are we looking at? Just before 10:30 p.m. That matches what Maxie said. It's the next part. Oh no. Is that Milia? I refuse to believe that. Hank, she's right there in full costume. Are you sure it's her? Or is it only the costume you see? Maybe someone is wearing her costume. She's holding something. A lot of police said that the police already did an analysis. She's holding a trash bag and a set of keys. Keys? For the weapons locker? Hank, work with me here. Fine, yes, they do appear to be the keys for the weapons locker. You can kind of tell from the way she's holding them that she used them to get inside. She's walking over to that ammo pack. Yep, she took it. And she's just taking it? And she's gone. I wonder what was in the trash bag. Duh. Oh wait, you mean like something else? Could have even been empty. Pretty sure it wasn't. Oh yeah? She's carrying a sensitive piece of equipment out into the rain. Is she using it to cover the ammo pack? Dylan's right, she was just carrying it. Seems quiet. Yeah, it's a shame we just got no signal from the camera in the trailer yard. Things are quiet for about 10 minutes and then... There's Milia, full costume with the ammo pack. What's she doing? Surely she's not... Oh, come on! She's loading the Pyro 9000? I still can't believe it! She suddenly turned around. It's a shame it's so low res, or we might have a better idea of what's going on. You can't even make out her facial expression. Body language, though, she looks as though something spooked her. And I think I know what it was. There it is. Maxie. You can just see that Milia took cover behind some boxes. Maxie went outside, and when she came back, she said that she thought she wasn't alone inside the soundstage area. She has no idea just how right she was. Seems after Maxie left, Milia darted for the exit. But it's low res. Can I take a copy of this? Go ahead. I just can't. Ugh. Yeah, this is tough. I just can't believe it. This is... I mean, how... What? It's not over yet, Hank. Nina, come on, man. There's optimism and then there's foolishness. We maintained faith in our client, Dylan. I know that, but at what point does defense switch from flat out denial to damage control? How can we go to court tomorrow and suggest Millie pleads not guilty after seeing this? We'll talk to Millie before things start tomorrow and see if we can straighten all this out. And if she says she doesn't know about any of this, then we stand for her in court. Seriously, how can you do that? We do it because that's our job. Hank, it's been a long day. You should try to get some sleep. I'll try. Proceedings start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Let's meet at the defendant lounge in the courthouse at 8:30 a.m. Maybe Millie can give us some answers. Though it'd be refreshing to have an answer that doesn't lead to a bigger question. Got it. See you in the morning. Let's head back to the office. Well, this sucks ass for us. Thought this was walled off because the tiles are different. But it's good. It's fine. We're chilling. Oh shit, still on fire. Wonderful. Whoops, that's the courthouse. Anyway. Hey, Nina? Yeah? Mind if I crash here tonight? You're not gonna see Atlanta? Too late for that, though maybe I'd see you after court tomorrow. The couch is free. Great. I'm gonna use the TV for a bit first. Knock yourself out. I'm gonna get ready for bed. Okay. I could take a shower or just grab my night clothes from the lockers in the bathroom. Shower. Wow! Holy! Huge! Huge! Dekai! Thank you, game. They really didn't have to do that, but thanks, game. Wow, Zowie! Okay. Police remain baffled about the cause of the recent raft of... Sounds like Dylan's watching the TV. Is that the news? Yeah, I wanted to see what's going on. As two more explosions have occurred in the past 24 hours, people are turning to the mayor's office for some kind of... Nina? Each explosion followed by electrical disturbances that have affected nearby buildings and vehicles. Yeah? Do you seriously believe that Millie is innocent? We act as a zealous advocate for a client, Dylan. If she says she's innocent, that's a political answer. I mean, like, for reals. From several witnesses in the area, stating that northern bikers have been in the area of several... Dunno. From an outside point of view, all evidence suggests that on the night before the incident, Millie left her trailer in a costume, stolen ammo pack, fully loaded a dangerous machine, knowing that she had the means to activate it the following day. Attained footage taken from an English tourist during the time just before and leading up to one of the explosions. Sounds like she spent the night with him, though. They were husband and wife. But when she was gonna blow him away the next day? Yet another thing that doesn't quite make sense about all this. I'm gonna head to sleep. We got a big day tomorrow. Later. Before I play the footage, please be advised that some of these images are disturbing. Okay, Nina, breathe. Count to 10. Dylan, can you... Oh, turn off. He's asleep. How does he just fall asleep like that? God damn, we turned around for like 1 second. Even hearing that on TV, why does it get to me so much? Poor Nina. Well, we completed day 1. Gorditos! Let's go, baby! Alright, let's save. Save our game. Save the game. Save our game. He's dead. He's dead. Anyway, said that she saw you outside in the rain. Sounds like Hank's already here. In full regalia. But that's absolutely impossible. Regalia? Okay. Hank? Melia? Nina, is it time? No, no, not yet. You've got a few minutes. What were the two of you talking about? Oh, just... We're prepping for the trial. Really? Melia? Yes? Maxie said that on the night of the incident, she saw you outside in the courtyard in the rain. But... And Hank showed me the CCTV footage from the studio camera system. But it shows you getting an ammo pack, putting it into the pyro. That's impossible! There's a video of you doing it. No. I spent all night with Janice. You did nothing else. Spoke to no one else. Nina, if she says she didn't do it, then she didn't do it. Hank, if Melia says that she didn't leave Janice's trailer all night, then as her attorney, I'll hold that line in court today. But it means her only alibi is the one person who can't testify. Nina, I'm sorry. I was with Janice all night. I don't remember leaving her doing any of those things. You're aware that's gonna be difficult for the court to accept. I don't know what else to say. She just seems so genuine. Then again, she's an actress. Fair. Hey Nina, they're ready for us in courtroom B. The bailiffs are out there from Melia. Thanks, Dylan. I'll be out in a sec. See you at the bench. Got it. Melia, go with them. We'll see you again soon. Okay. Oh, you don't think chat's showing up? Oh, shit. You're right. Why isn't it? Oh, that's so weird. Here, let me try to refresh it. Fresh cache. Oh, wait. Why isn't it working? Oh! Bro, I went to my offline gameplay screen. What the heck? Sorry. But there we go. Chat is here now. Anyways, Hank? Yeah? I didn't want to upset Melia just before she goes to take the stand. I may only have one eye, but sometimes that gives me the clarity to see through things. And I don't like secrets. What are you? You call me a liar? No. But if there's anything you haven't shared with me, no matter how minor, now's the time. This case means so much to me, to the team, to our business, and to Melia. I've given you everything I can. Aren't you supposed to be some kind of legal? No way! He said that thing! Oh my god, roll credits! Just do your job. So much for candor. Alright, courtroom! Woohoo! I love the courtroom scenes. Hey, day 2, baby! Let's get to it. Got it. You talk to Melia? Uh-huh. And Hank? Uh-huh. Any helpful revelations? Nuh-uh. Aquila? Merlo? I trust you came prepared. I always do my homework, Chad. Then perhaps it's time for me to take you to school. All rise for the Honorable Judge Tawny. Please be seated. We are assembled here today in the matter of the trial of Amelia Norton, a resident of Fledge City. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Defendant, can you please confirm your name and occupation? Your Honor, my name is Amelia Norton. I'm an actress employed by the Valkyrie Racing Project Studio. I see. You are, if I'm not mistaken, a person of some notoriety? Well, not the time to climb up, Melia. Your Honor? Yes, Miss Aquila. My client is the star of Valkyrie Sacred Fetters, an award-winning TV show. She is also, both in character and in person, a hero to children all over the country. That's her cue, Hawk. Mr. Hawk, I'm expecting you to object to Miss Aquila's opining from the defense's bench in this manner. I've yet to see an exaggeration or lie from the opposing bench, Your Honor. But rest assured, I shall speak up if one is to emerge. In that case, Mr. Hawk, for the record, please explain the basis for this hearing. With pleasure. Your Honor, the accused was arrested the night before last. This followed an incident at the TV studio that forms the defendant's place of work. During this incident, the defendant's husband, Janice Duo, appears to have been incinerated. The prosecution believes that the defendant played a role in orchestrating this incident, and we intend to prove their motive, means, and opportunity via witness testimony. For clarity, Your Honor, the prosecution accuses Millia Norden of murder in the first degree. That means with intent and premeditation, right? Order. Nina, aren't you gonna object? Do they know for sure that Janice was incinerated? You spotted that, huh? I thought the same, but when Chad outlines the case, he's laying out his theory about events. It's inappropriate to object at that point unless his phrasing was so out of left field as to suggest a mistrial. Let's put a pin in that for now. Miss Aquila, something you wish to share with the class? No, Your Honor. She seems particularly uppity today. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Hawk, for your summary of the case. Millia, Mrs. Norden, how would you prefer to be addressed? Millia, Your Honor. Very well. Millia, you stand accused of the murder of your husband in the first degree. How do you plead? No surprises now, Millia. Not guilty, Your Honor. Game on! Millia, the court recognizes your plea. Prosecution, bring forth your first witness. Okay, here we go. Hawk's about to bring out a witness who will give a statement. Listen to it. We have to focus on the little details. We're looking for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind, which shows the witness is either lying or just mistaken. Don't worry about memorizing the statement though, we'll be able to recap it afterward. What do you think he'll go for first? Won't he just break out the CCTV right away? Not a chance. Chad knows that if you're hunting with one bullet, you wait for the clean shot. He'll want to set the scene and only wheel out the most devastating evidence with the room's pin primed for it. If I was to guess, motive, that's where I'd start. Just, okay, I mean, is it here that I stand? Yes. Or there's been a serious shakeup since my last proceeding. Oh, I mean, I'm sure, well, if there's been a change of plans, perhaps it's best, if I just stand. Maybe you obviously just... You're where you're supposed to be, witness. She's nothing if not consistent. Let me drink some water. She's nothing if not consistent. We'll start slow. Can you state your name and occupation for the record? Your Honor, my name is Devina Fairchild. I work as an associate producer at the Valkyrie Racing Project TV studio. I'm not an expert in television production, Miss Fairchild. Riddell, what does an associate producer actually do? Oh, all sorts of things. Honestly, it's hard to keep track sometimes. I deal with some aspects of planning as well as any and all minor issues that crop up day to day, such as arranging studio functions or dealing with paperwork. The studio would probably grind to a halt without an AP. So... You a dog's buddy? Credit where it's due. Tawny really has a knack for seeing through to the heart of things. Psst, Nina. What's a dog's body? It's an old-fashioned word for someone you employ to run around doing menial jobs that you don't want to do. 'Cause... not now. From a certain point of view, yes. Your Honor, if I may. Do, Mr. Hawk. As someone very central to the life at the studio in question, we felt Devna was ideally placed to speak up at the accused and the victim in that context. Yes. As someone who runs errands, Miss Fairchild, you must know the people involved extremely well. Of course! I consider Millia and Janice as personal friends. Well, consider it would be more appropriate for Janice now. Because... yeah. Miss Fairchild? Devna? Oh! Sorry, I think I froze up for a moment there. Oh, I thought I'm hearing the in-game voiceovers. Hi, Shiria! Welcome! Well, I will take that as a compliment. Thanks. I do what I can to make this all extra entertaining. Miss Fairchild, I'm sure you're nervous being in court like this. Just explain what you said to the police. course, Your Honor. When all this happened, I was shocked. In fact, I was literally in shock. I didn't do or see anything for hours. But that gave me time to think about countless little things from the weeks leading up to the incident. Surely you're not about to suggest that you expected something like this to happen? No, Your Honor. But Milia is incredible. She nails every take. She aces every photo shoot. Oh! Thank you so much for the biddies! Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I love that thing. Anyways, she fills every dress. While Janice was an acting genius, he could go from a perfect gentleman one moment to a savage villain in the next, at least on camera. The pair were, by my reckoning, the very definition of a power couple. And when I first met them, that's what I thought. Here we go. Then I noticed it. The needling. Just a little at first. Little jibes or barred comebacks. Said by Janice sometimes, but more often, Milia. That's not true. Okay, well, don't interrupt. Oh my goodness. Sure, we bickered, we were married, but saying it out of context like that?
Order!
Yeah, order. Milia, you will refrain from outbursts or I'll hold you in contempt. But... You'll have your time to speak. Keep it together, Milia. I recall days not so long about where the pair had full-blown arguments. Sometimes just the smallest things would spiral and the two of them would get despondent. More than once, I heard Janice claiming that Milia had gone out late at night, riding her motorcycle through the city, and he had no idea where she was. What secure relationship sees a partner doing that sort of thing? Like, the tension was building week on week. If I was to characterize how I felt about it, their relationship acted like a swan. Calm and placid on the surface, but kicking fiercely beneath. So you're acting as a character witness. It seemed appropriate, Your Honor. Very well. Witness, please move on to your statement. Okay. Seen Milia disappear several times. She just vanished. And given Janice's unusual background, they've... Oh, wait. Oh, this is... Oh, shit. This is new. I should have just been reading. Okay. In a way, Milia and Janice have always had a tumultuous relationship. Very well, Miss Aquila. You may begin your cross-examination. She paints a grim picture of their marriage. Let's see if we can turn that around. Okay. Okay, I think we can press, like, everything, if I recall correctly. Vanish? What do you mean by that? Oh, sorry, I guess that did sound kinda ambiguous. I just mean that she'd take off. Leave. She'd head out of the studio parking lot at the drop of a hat, usually on her motorcycle. Where'd she go? Well, usually when asked, she'd say she was going to clear her head or get some air. I've always felt for explanations left a bit to be desired. Your Honor, the witness is drawing conclusions. Sustained. Oh, sorry, did I do something wrong? Miss Fairchild, as a character witness, please try to only describe examples you have observed. The court draws its own conclusions based upon what you say. Okay.
Hold it!
So, what unusual background? Given his condition. Condition? No one at the studio mentioned he had any sort of medical problem. It's from a few years back. Janice was an amnesiac. Huh? He had memory problems? I should really try to shut this line of conversation down for now. Just because I have no idea what you might actually say. Yeah, these are personal medical concerns. I'm not sure if I can... Janice Duo is considered deceased, Devna. That means... Oh, really? Do you have a death certificate, a coroner's report? As the defense has yet to be furnished with such documentation, if so. No. I think that actually rattled him. Miss Fairchild, are the specifics of Janice Duo's amnesia relevant to this case? You said that this happened some years ago. It was not an ongoing problem, no. Janice suffered from amnesia. File that for later reference. That sounds interesting. Oh wait. Shit, I didn't mean to continue. Okay, anyway. Chad's trying to establish motive by painting Millie and Janice as being in a dysfunctional marriage. You never really know what goes on in private between two people. But I think we know enough to suggest that Devna may be being overly negative in her assessment. Wait, sorry, continue. Okay.
Hold it!
Whoa, new sprite! I feel like that's new! Let's go! Devna seems such a delicate person, but I can't let this slide unopposed. Oh, come on. Sorry? Your Honor, this is unacceptable. The witness can't just opine like this. Even a character witness. She's providing context. She's speaking without basis. Miss Fairchild, you'll need to provide examples of specific times that this was evident to you and other observers. I see. Oh, of course. Interviews. Interviews. As successful actors, Janice and Millia were interviewed regularly by media sources. I always felt we should refuse those requests and ask people to interview Mara instead. Mara? Another star in our stable. She handles herself more professionally, less friction. I see. You feel this is important, Miss Aquila? We have lives. Yeah, I believe it's important. Very well. Witness, can you please add this to your statement? Friction.
Hold it.
What makes you say that? I always used to dread putting the two of them in a room with an interviewer. Interviewers are incisive. They look for stories, and marital discord would be a great story to break. Is that really true? What are you thinking? Okay. Okay, what were you saying about the interviewers? The interviewers could see there was a problem between them. Let me see. Dazzled. Okay. Oh! Maybe this. They're sweethearts. Okay. So maybe that, you know. Okay, let me just see everything else though, of course. Okay, I think that might be it. This one.
Objection!
Yeah! Objection! Devna, you characterize interviews with Millia and Janice as worrisome. They were. But if interviewers are so incisive, why were Millia and Janice celebrated as the sweethearts of Fledge City? Well... In fact, every piece of evidence I've seen suggests that they were much beloved by the media. But that's PR! That's the image! That's a perfect star couple! Or, sorry, the perfect star power couple. I can understand the confusion, you see. Chad's a step ahead as always. Both of them are actors. It's their job to put themselves forward in a different light to show how they really are. That's just it. Devna, you can't just claim that everyone could see a problem when all evidence suggests that no one could see it. And support that by saying that they were good at masking their feelings. But I've heard them arguing in quiet moments in their trailers. I'm certain of it. Sustained, Miss Aquila. Witness, please amend your statement. I had overheard raised voices recently from their trailers. I believe they followed behind closed doors. Raised voices? Not just that, even. I believe they fought. Perhaps verbally, perhaps even more. It sounded severe. Do you know what they were fighting about? The trailers are reasonably soundproof. You could hear someone arguing inside, but I think you'd have to creep up really close to hear what they're saying. I never tried. It would have been rude. But it did give me cause for concern for Millia's personal safety. Just Millia's? Janice's too. I mentioned it a couple of times to Hank, but he dismissed it. Huh? What are you thinking? Janice... Okay. Okay. Yep, keep going. And overheard raised voices. Okay. Hang on, let me see. Anything that's just like, oh, were you really there? Or like what? Well, hi Raker, welcome! Have a nice look. We're in the courtroom scene right now. I'm trying to see what I can use to refute this. Something about the trailers, maybe. Deposition. No, not relevant. That's at Max's window. They fought a lot, they said. No. Okay, I don't know about this. Believe they fought a lot behind closed doors. What can I say regarding this? Plants often change. Completely incinerated. Okay. What would I say against this? No. Oh, maybe that. The lack of injuries. So it's like, oh, they're not fighting. I don't know. Let's see.
Objection!
Well, that works. Your concern for your co-workers is noble, Miss Fairchild, but I can't help but think that you're reading in more than you can prove. You said they fought a lot, yet there's no evidence of any kind of physical altercation between them on Milia's body.
Objection!
There are many forms of abuse, Aquila. Not all of them are physical. I don't dispute that, Hawk, but your witness paints a picture of a dysfunctional marriage between two partners who fight and bicker, in a manner so audible, so severe, to the degree that others around them express concern. I remind the court that the prosecution's aim here is to suggest motive for Amelia's supposed actions, while other sources paint them as having a fairy tale marriage. I will concede that the truth probably lies between those two extremes. Surely you must concede that too. Miss Aquila raises a fair point. It is true that the lack of physical injuries to Amelia's person does not prove her husband was not abusive. But at the same time, all marriages have good times and bad times. I speak from my own experience with my own late husbands. Husbands? Yo, Johnny, multiple husbands? It is not enough to point to mere arguments and raise voices to suggest a concrete motive for murder. This to me rings of gossip, nothing more. Mr. Hawk, the statement from this witness does not hold sway. It is the court's decision to dismiss this witness at this time. Understood, Your Honor. So, does that mean I leave? It does. Oh, good. Lilia, I'm sorry, really. I just said what I thought. Miss Fairchild, I'm aware that you are not accustomed to the courtroom, but my patience has limits. Please save the chamber. Damn, she really uppity today. The prosecution calls Jack Cable to the stand. Okay, here we go. Mr. Cable. Yes, Your Honor. Yet again, I'm confronted by my inexperience when it comes to your profession. My notes say that you are a studio tech. What do you actually do? It's easiest to think of me as the man in the chair. I handle the room that monitors the footage being recorded for the studio, as well as the levels for the studio. I also handle the physical hardware to record and archive all of our footage. I see. Your Honor, Mr. Cable was monitoring the scene where the incident took place. Oh, so you have footage of the incident? Not exactly, Your Honor. The equipment experienced a number of power surges during the incident. We're not really sure why. So all of our footage was corrupted. Police forensics were given the data yesterday, but they're still looking over it. They're unsure if they're going to be able to restore it to anything of use. But as Jack was monitoring, he saw the incident from his perspective. Yes, I see. In that case, Mr. Cable, are you prepared to make a statement? Yes, Your Honor. And please describe the scenes as you saw them. Amelia and Janice got together on set to record the scene. Prep was all done and the director called for action. Okay. I monitored everything closely in monochrome. Amelia seemed to go off script almost immediately. After which, Amelia performed her own costume change into her character of Valkyrie Freya. Then Janice performed the costume change into his character as the evil prince. Amelia seemed to, well, emit a burst of bright orange flame. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. This isn't good. Jack's testimony is appropriate, and I know because I was there. But he was sitting in the control room. Can he really have seen everything that he describes? Let's see.
Hold it!
Monochrome, like in black and white. But isn't the show in color? Normally, yes. I understand this was a creative decision for this emotional scene. I don't know why. I'm not a writer. Hey, he says it's orange, but it's black and white footage. But as the rest of the crew was by the stage, I was monitoring in black and white to get the full effect.
Hold it!
Yeah, calm down. I understand she does this a lot. Frequently. Surely then it's not notable
Objection!
that... Objection, Your Honor. The defense is leading the witness. If the witness finds an act notable, then it's notable to him. Sustained. Do not lead the witness to conclusions, Miss Aquila. Come on, seriously? We try to keep the energy going when filming the show. That means we improvise some of the dialogue to make it sound more natural. But it's not normal for an actor to go off script right at the start of a scene. After which, Millie performed her own costume change into her character of Valkyrie Freya. She changed outfits live on the soundstage. That's right. Millie's costume change is an elaborate affair. The camera feed was momentarily overwhelmed by the light. Typically, the flash paper in the costume does that. That's what dazzled the rest of the crew. And when the feed returned, Millie was in full costume as Valkyrie Freya. There's that name again. Mr. Cable, can you, in brief, explain who Valkyrie Freya is? In the show, Millie plays a magical girl, like a superhero. And this Valkyrie Freya is her character's alter ego within the narrative. That's correct. Then Janus performed a costume change into his character as the evil prince.
Hold it.
A costume change? That's right. But I'm curious, do you know why Janus changed costume at that particular moment? Actually, no. I don't think it was in the script. Your Honor.
Objection.
I can save us all a few minutes, Your Honor, if I may. What is it, Mr. Huck? Aquila, even if Janus came out with a major deviation from the script, are you intending to assert that the surprise of this action, the mere shock from it? Gah, he's right. To go further with this infers two things. Firstly, that Milia might have activated the pyro equipment and incinerated Janus purely due to shock and surprise. Secondly, that makes her guilty even if it was an accident. They know. The defense withdraws the question, Your Honor. Woof. That was close. Anyways.
Hold it.
You saw that through the monitor? That's right. I had to assume it came from the pyro equipment. He stated that it's what he saw, Aquila. Are you disputing that? You were actually in the room, if I recall correctly. Didn't you see it too? Did I see orange flames? Wasn't it all white? The explosion? Anyway, it matches what I remember seeing, like, on the day. Ditto. There's nothing wrong with Jack's story on the surface, but could he really have seen everything he claims to have seen from his position in the control booth? No. I know what to do. I know what to do. Where's the black and white ship? Monochrome feed.
Objection!
Mr. Cable, could you provide a bit more info about the flames you saw just before the incident? It's like I said, red-orange flames. I've gotta assume they're from the pyro system. That's the problem. How could you have witnessed bright orange flames when your display was calibrated to monochrome? Yeah, exactly! Whoa, that's crazy! Really, Aquila? Of all the technicalities? Miss Aquila makes a fair point. Witness, could you answer a question? Well, our cameras do record in color. That may well be true, but we're not talking about the raw footage. We're talking about what you could see on the monitor at the time of the incident. Well, it's... Well, that. Sorry, I guess I was mistaken. Please understand, I viewed thousands of hours of recording from the booth, with all manner of special effects. But the flames look hot. I could practically see heat haze on them. And I guess I used color as a shorthand to express that. But they were genuine flames. I mean, Janus, it happened so fast. Sustained, Miss Aquila. Witness, please amend your statement. Okay. After that, Janus was gone. Okay. Gone. It was like it vanished once the flames hit him, as if he was incinerated on the spot. Everyone was shaken, Maxie was injured. I've seen a lot in my day from the booth, but nothing like this. What do you make of this? It matches what I... Okay. Okay. Keep going. Janus was gone. The crew were visibly shaken. Maxie was injured even. Okay. From the... Let me check my evidence. Not for that. First of all, let's save. And then evidence. The monitor was destroyed during the incident. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me look at this now. After incident. I mean, does this disprove anything he's saying? I don't know. Maybe it's like, oh, did you go out? Yeah, the footage will not play. That's fine. Evidence suggests that he was incinerated. Jack's deposition. Burn injuries. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Possible for it to fire through short circuit or power surge. No special effects. The power outage fried the camera. Let me see. What's the statement? Janice was gone. The crew were visibly shaken. Max was injured even. Let's see. Maybe we're like trying to assert that, hey, you were not there right after the incident. Maybe.
Objection!
Yeah, okay. Jack, I know you mean well, trying to give the most rounded statement possible, but you've been asked to give an account from your point of view at the time the events occurred. But you only saw Janice for the briefest of moments. And how could you see the effect on Maxie or the crew when your monitor was completely burnt out? I mean, well, I saw an aftermath image later. It's okay, Jack. You're just trying to rationalize what happened, as we all are. But that is not what you saw. Your Honor, the defense moves to dismiss this witness on the grounds of proven unreliability. I see. The prosecution does not object, Your Honor. Goodness, Mr. Hawk, why such expedience? Mr. Aquila raises a point that as he was in the control room, Mr. Cable's statement is not totally reliable. However, we feel it establishes enough about events to freely move on to our next witness. Very well. Mr. Cable, you are dismissed. What's he cooking? The prosecution calls Sarah Hector to the stand. Ah, the director. Even with my limited experience of the world of television, I have some understanding of what you do. Even so, I'm not sure why I'm here. Were you not a witness to the incident in question? I was there, sure, but I didn't see anything. I find it somewhat difficult to believe. During the incident, when Millie performed her costume change, I was dazzled. Blinded by the effects. I wasn't able to see again until shortly after the incident was over. I see. Mr. Hawk. Yes, Your Honor. We are dealing with an incident that took place on a stage, filmed by a camera, in front of what appears to be nearly the entire staff at this studio. Do you have a question, Your Honor? Never mind. Welcome to my world, Donnie. Miss Hector. Mrs. Oh, I see. Well, Mrs. Hector. Your name rhymes with director. You're far from the first person to point it out. Oh, dear Hector. Sorry, it seemed unusual. Blame my husband, Your Honor. Your Honor? As director, Mrs. Hector was in effect in charge of the studio floor. She seemed best placed to explain to us how things went off the rails, as it were. Very well. Are you willing to make a formal statement about the incident from your perspective? I'll do what I can. She's like so not into this. When I said action, Millie acted strange, like she was reading from the wrong script. I figured it was just start of season nerves. She seemed to exchange a few words with her bird, Starna. and suddenly launched into her transformation sequence. The light was dazzling. I was totally blind. Then I heard what must have been pyro effects. I started to panic, but just kept sucking down the fresh air until my vision came back. When I could see again, Janice was gone and Millie was just standing there. Maxie was injured. It was a mess. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. Can't help but feel that I'm just finding technicalities here. Still, it's all I can do, at least for now. If we can create enough ambiguity in the mind of the judge, you know? Okay.
Hold it.
Is it possible she was given the wrong script? No. While we'd only recently changed what we were filming that day, Millie was definitely informed.
Hold it.
You had no reason to be concerned? Not really. Sometimes we need a few takes to find our groove. Hell, sometimes you spend the whole day and get almost nothing recorded. Though that's pretty rare. Okay.
Hold it.
She talk to the bird? She does that. But that's part of the show. We dub words over Starna squawks. In the fiction of the show, Starna can speak. So can Comet the Mars bird. But even just in real life, Millie talks to the bird to help it keep calm during the shoots. Okay.
Hold it.
Something I've been wondering about. You say transformation, but really, Millie's wearing the same clothes both before and after, right? That's right. The clothes just kind of fold out into the new form. Honestly, it's really impressive. But the suggestion here is that Millie used a control device in her costume to activate the pyro effects. Surely she didn't need to transform in order to do that. Objection, Your Honor. Leading. Sustained, you are. Your Honor, I'll rephrase. Sarah, given your expertise, would Millie have as much control over the effects pre-transformation as after? It shouldn't have made a difference. The defense would like to record... would like the record to make that point very clear. The court recognizes the point you're making, Miss Aquila. Well, that's a small victory, if nothing else. Great. You're blind.
Hold it.
Completely. My vision went to bluish purple. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. In the moment, I was terrified of permanent damage, but it seemed to pass pretty quickly. I don't get it. Don't you do these shots somewhat frequently? We have different brightness ratings for safety. On days with a lot of effects or very bright flashes, we issued a crew with special effects glasses. Sunglasses, basically. But you didn't have those on this particular day. I can't speak for others, but certainly I didn't have mine. She's right. No one we spoke to mentioned having these glasses. Then I heard what must have been pyro effects. I started to panic, but kept sucking down the fresh air until my vision came back. How could you have been sure it was pyro effects and not something else? Weren't you blinded? I've been doing this job long enough to know what flames sound like. But you can't be certain. I mean, okay, I was blind at the time and I couldn't say with absolute certainty. But it's just what I expect that kind of thing to sound like from experience. Something about that. When I could see again, Janice was gone and Millie was just standing there. Maxie was injured. It was a mess. Janice was gone? I'm not even sure how to explain it. Once my eyesight cleared up, the spot where he had been standing was empty. But you were blind. Could he have ran out of the studio? I only lost my sight for a brief moment, and the studio's pretty big. Plus, it's not easy to move silently among all those people, cables and equipment on a concrete floor. Hey. I wasn't there to see it, but what she's saying seems to line up with the rest of what the crew told us. There must be something about what she said that isn't right. Okay. Well, there are other explosions. One sec. Can I find it? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, you would have known that there are no special effects? Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna save though. Just in case, because this could be wrong. Okay. But yeah, it's like They're not supposed to have any, so why would you expect it? Maybe? Ventilation system. Oh, fresh air! But wouldn't the air have been... like kerosene? Like you need the ventilation?
Objection!
Yeah. Mrs. Hector, I'm wondering about something. You've described in vivid detail about how you were blinded by the flash, then heard what you believe were the sounds of the effect system firing up. As best I can explain. But in that case, haven't you missed something? You mentioned what you could see. You mentioned what you could hear, but not what you could smell. Your Honor, the Pyro 9000 machine is fed by a mixture of chemicals, where the most prominent is kerosene. This burns with a very obvious odor, along with substances like cordite to create the studio effects. The smell of these chemicals is, to put it mildly, pungent. Mrs. Hector, do you recall smelling kerosene in the aftermath of the incident? No, actually I don't. You said fresh air even. This is preposterous. We interviewed everyone on the scene. Every single person. Not one person mentioned the smell of something so potent as... Wait. No! Haha! Your Honor, it appears the opposing bench agrees with me on this. Thanks, Jed! If no one in the room could smell kerosene... You can stop now, Miss Aquila. I understand your point. Your Honor! Silence, Mr. Hawk. This does indeed cast a shadow on the events that took place. However, a prominent scent being left out of depositions is not in and of itself conclusive proof. But I am not dismissing your point, Miss Aquila, merely suggesting that this line of questioning may have ran its course. Do you agree? Riding high here, let's quit while we're ahead. Yes, Your Honor, the defense rests with regards to this witness. Very well. Mrs. Hector, you are dismissed. Mr. Hawk, let's keep things moving. All right. The prosecution calls Lotta Eiffel. Can you confirm your identity and purpose for being here? They're like, no. I'm Lotta Eiffel, studio security. Ms. Eiffel. Lotta would be satisfactory, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Hawk, can you provide context for calling Lotta to the stand, given that we heard all present were blinded? She is some sort of expert witness? Your Honor, I had originally wanted to call another witness, Maxie LaRue. However, she was hospitalized by the incident and could not make it to court. However, her actions were recorded in CCTV camera footage, so I invited Lotta, the studio's security person, to walk us through this evidence. I see. How is she involved? It relates to events on the night before the incident. Okay, it's go time. Lotta, I would like for you to comment for the court record on these images. Recorded the night before the incident. Your Honor, the defense reminds the prosecution that CCTV footage is not typically a sound basis for conviction, without a material witness unless the footage itself is beyond reproach. And having seen this footage, it's grainy, low resolution, and of extremely low frame rate. The prosecution concedes this. However, we wish to review the footage anyway. Very well. I've spoken to Maxie this morning. I didn't prep for this. I'll see what context I can provide. Let me just drink some water. Go ahead. Drinking more.
Order!
That's the studio soundstage. I see Maxie. This was the night before everything happened. So Maxie is in the right, bottom right. A little hard to see because it's so grainy, but yeah. Maxie explained she was present in the studio on the night in question. I understand she was working late, that's not uncommon. She was in her salon, which has a window that looks out onto the trailer yard, does it not? That's right. But she made her way to the soundstage. Maxie told me that in the thunderstorm conditions going on outside. Your Honor, surely this is hearsay? Lotta can't testify as to the experiences of Maxie LaRue. It goes against convention. As Maxie LaRue is unavailable to take the stand, I will allow this to continue. However, I warn the prosecution, limit your statements to what is verifiable in the footage, or directly told to you by Maxie herself. Miss Aquila, please speak up if you feel that the prosecution doesn't respect this. Understood, Your Honor. Hopefully that'll keep Chad in check. Chad in check. Anyway, Maxie told me that in the thunderstorm conditions going on outside, between flashes of lightning, she saw Milia outside through the window. Your Honor, the CCTV does not show the trailer yard outside. Also, there are other qualities to this photo that could be discussed, but they are more observable in an earlier photo from the same camera.
Order.
Lala, can you describe what you see in the picture? Lala? Looks like Milia in her magical girl costume.
Order.
And what does she appear to be holding?
Objection.
Unacceptable, Your Honor. Prosecution is leading the witness. Your Honor, we have spoken to an expert at the VRP studio. Milia is holding an ammo pack for the pyrotechnics equipment on the studio soundstage. In fact, if I am to play the footage in its entirety... Yeah. This looks so bad for us. Hello, Celestis Pitor of Kylum. Welcome! Lovely name. Actually, did I even pronounce it correctly? Celestis Kylestis. Let me know, man. But yes, welcome. Hope you have a nice time here. At this point, a short length of time passes without anything happening. Then... But that doesn't make sense. Milia couldn't have been skulking around inside the soundstage. When I spoke to Maxie, she said that when she was outside, she had heard Milia in Janice's trailer. Even if Maxie said that, our witnesses have already established something today. That the trailers are relatively soundproof, enough to prevent overhearing casual conversation. At least, without standing up to one with a glass or similar. And stacked up against photographic evidence to the contrary, Your Honor, the prosecution poses a difficult-to-accept but seemingly self-evident conclusion at this juncture. That Milia Norden knowingly and willingly prepared the machine to incinerate her husband. Oh my god, no way! Okay, before I read this, are you a hot Maria Clara like Coche Magara Don't Di na Mecanico? Maybe? Maybe. Siguro, man. Tell you what, though, I'm not gonna suffer the same fate as her. Anyway, that's a lie! Silence, Mrs. Norden. But this is impossible! Yeah, don't do anything. Don't. We got you, girl. We got you. Shush. Wait. At Maria Clara, di pa sasama yung tika mo, no? Oh shit. Is this from a Philo song that I am not updated on? But it sounds funny. That's for sure. Like I can like imagine the beat, you know? Like this would be the shit that we'll play in a jeepney with like boosted bass. I mean all bass is boosted, but like you know what I mean? Like you would hear it as the jeepney zooms by past you. Anyway, could Milia have even done this? Well, the thing is, didn't Max see her? Isn't that what she said? Or maybe this. Wait. Milia would have struggled to carry out the plan. No, it doesn't. Oh, keys! Maybe? Wait. Who has the keys? It's Cat and who? Hank! Wait. Your Honor, from what I understand, after talking to the studio about their safety procedures... Before you follow that thought any further, Miss Aquila, please look at this. Alright, because she has the keys. Your point being? Look closer. Zoom and enhance. That's right, the keys. No, he's carrying a set of keys in the picture. Shit, I got that one wrong. Well, please. Mrs. Norden. Mrs. Norden, please turn to face me. Mrs. Norden. Milia. Yes, Your Honor? Whispers? Are you convincing her to plead guilty right now? What's going on there? What do you think they're talking about? I don't know, but I don't think it's good. Look at him. Smug, sanctimonious. One of these days, I want a nice, simple case where I get to have the super obvious answer in easy CCTV footage. Chad can struggle to find the answers by becoming a rodeo clown or something. I believe it is time to draw these proceedings to a close. What? Your Honor, I must protest. On what grounds? If my client wishes to change her plea after your momentary discussion, I would ask for a short recess. She has not. Well, I have yet to cross-examine Luudeia. Do you wish to? Do I? I mean, as a matter of process, I feel like I should insist. But what can I hope to gain? I can't dispute Chad's video footage. And Luudeia's words line up with what Maxie told me. Save for some weird stuff about seeing a magical light. Probably best the court doesn't hear that. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Excuse me? The defense rests, Your Honor. Fuck. What happens now? In that case, the idea that Millie was able to arm the studio's equipment to fire at the right time, thus incinerating her husband, is far-fetched, but plausible. After reviewing the facts of this case along with the compelling evidence put forward by Mr. Hawk, it is clear that any reasonable person would consider Mrs. Norton guilty of murder. I'm so sorry, Amelia. We really tried. Oh my god. And yet, what? So many aspects of this incident bear strange qualities. That the incident took place in a location that is designed to bear high-quality movie footage. And yet we have no such footage, viewed by countless witnesses, who were all incapacitated? That Milia's motive for murder seems suspect at best, and the director's statements seem to lack certain critical facts about the way the equipment works. At the same time, Mr. Janus Duo is nowhere to be found, and appears, for all intents and purposes, to be dead. Did we really do it? Wait for it. As I am unable to render a verdict at this time, I suggest that we adjourn for today. Yes! Let's go! We've done it again. Both benches are urged to investigate further and restate their cases. We shall reconvene the day after tomorrow. Oh, thank God. Court is adjourned. Let's go. We made it. This far. Oh, come on. What's the thing you're always saying about celebrating victory? Miss Aquila? Before you leave, I would like to see you for a moment. In private. Oh? You heard her. No sweat. Are we good for the rest of the day? I could go meet up with Atlanta. Say hi for me. Okay, what are we talking about? Oh my god, we're talking to the judge directly here? What's going on? You wanted to speak with me? That's right. When Randall said he'd arrested the TV star, I wondered of what crime she could possibly be accused. I had no idea it would be as severe as murder. Randall? Oh, you mean Detective Flatfoot. That's right, you're on a first-name basis. We spoke, actually. He was in charge of the crime scene, but it was strange. He left pretty quickly. I saw him later at the hospital. I see. You must not have heard. Huh? Heard what? Randall's daughter is a long-term patient at that hospital. Oh. She has leukemia. But he has good reason to make a swift... Oh. Oh gosh. I had no idea. If it seems a little abrupt, well, now you know why. I'll keep it in mind, Your Honor. Though, right now my focus is entirely on the welfare of my client. Certainly have a knack for picking a forlorn hope, Miss Aquila. Aquila Defense-in-Law has an open-door policy, Your Honor. Admirable. There are only two types of people who would take on a case that's so seemingly ironclad as Millie Norton's. It'd have to be either hopelessly naive or you just believe her. That was uncalled for. Miss Aquila, I do what I can to foster an air of fairness. Do not mistake that for heartlessness. I've been doing this now for a long time. From up in that chair, I have gazed down into the well of the court, Randall, the guy from Monsters Inc. No. Into the eyes of countless defendants of all ages, genders, and backgrounds. And in that time, I have seen goodness that cowered in darkness, and evil that strolled amid the light. And when you look at Milia, I see something else entirely. That girl appears to be completely lost, and that does not tally with the matters of which she stands accused. Lost, like innocent? I am not prone to using up more of the court's time on a mere whim, but there is more to all of these events than meets the eye. Of that I am entirely certain. When you sent Anya Miller to jail, did you look her in the eyes? I did. I remembered her face and name like everyone I've sent down. It seems only proper. Did she look lost? No. When Anya confessed, she spoke confidently. I had no reason to doubt her words. I see. Miss Aquila, let me tell you a story. About another protege, a golden child who studied at the feet of the master. This young woman worked directly for Terran Kestrel, the DA, as a prosecutor. They were inseparable, and together, formidable. They worked like this for years. Then suddenly, after a high-profile case, a victory even, this young protege left the prosecutor profession altogether. This young woman... was that Anya Miller? Very good, Miss Aquila. Anya walked out on the prosecutor's office and never looked back. It's my understanding that she and Terran Kestrel haven't casually spoken since. What was the case about? The last one at which she acted as prosecutor. Oh? It was of a businessman who stood accused of murdering his son. Krantz, that was his name. It was quite the scandal at the time. Why are you telling me all this? Because you've started a bright career, Miss Aquila. Truly, you're a rising star. But you're fiercely loyal, and I just want you to reflect on this. On being sure that loyalty isn't misplaced. Your point being? Anya was your teacher, and she always had the demeanor of a big sister. She was a great attorney. But before all of that, she was a person, as flawed as anyone else. Try to keep that in mind. I wish you the best with your ongoing investigation, but for now, I take my leave. Well, that was nice of Judge Tawny to talk to us like that, I guess. Very good, Miss Aquila. It's almost like you're a detective or something. She's a defense attorney. The detective is Flatfoot, but sure. Actually. Krantz. That name is familiar somehow. Yeah, why does Krantz sound familiar? I don't actually remember why. It must have been something in the last game. Anya, what happened? What did you do? I don't know, but we completed day 2. Woohoo! Margaritas! I'm gonna save and also drink some water. Birds? I think I heard birds. What? Oh, raining? Or are they explosions? Dylan, is that you? It looked like Dylan didn't come back last night. I wonder where he is. At Atlanta's place, right? What is that sound anyway? That sound came from my office! Are there birds in here? What's going on? What the? It really is a bird. Oh! Yeah, this is the owl! Amaro's bird. How did it even get here? Hello? I've got better things to do. Guess I'll just have to try and catch it. I'm gonna move. Yeah, that'll happen. This is pointless. Nope. Anya's picture! Thanks a bunch, Birdie. It looks like you managed to break... What the? Looks like the picture's folded within the frame. Wait. Oh. She's much younger here than I've ever seen her. But that third woman is the DEA. Terran Kestrel. But who's the middle woman? Huh. Hoot. I guess that'll have to wait until we return Bird Brain over here. Or over there. Foot. Okay, less of that, otherwise I'm gonna need to get some earplugs. Foot. Did you seriously just... Hoot! Oi! Ah, come on, Nina, get it together. Birdie, you had a name. Comet? Hoot. Well, Comet, I guess at least you'll serve as a conversation starter with Amara. Think you can stay still for 10 minutes while I try and get dressed? Then I can take you back to your owner. Hoot. Why don't you just go back? You went all the way here. Literally, why are you even here? Why are you away from your owner? That's weird. Now let's collect that bird from the office and take it to Amara. What the? Are you changing the channel? Did that feathered menace seriously turn on the TV? What is this owl doing? We're warning the public not to approach any bikers they spot in groups within city limits. Oh shit. Repeat, the mayor has asked citizens not to approach groups of bikers if they spot them within city limits, and to be on their guard about the seemingly unrelated series of explosions that have occurred this past week. Is it really unrelated? Anyways, wow. I hope Dylan and Atlanta are okay. Okay, my feathered friend, time to get you back to Amara. Hoot! I'm willing to bet she'll be at the studio. Let's start there. You want to turn off your TV? Hello? Electricity consumption? The bills, Nina? Whatever, man. Bum, 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 bam, 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 bam. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, Birdie, let's head to the studio. My god, shit's been happening. Whoa. Fire's nearly under... Okay. Yeah, my god. Bum, 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 bum. Doo, 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 doo. Oh my god, I have to take such a roundabout way. Wait, how? Oh, here. Okay, I can pass through that. Wait, where am I going? To the studio, which is... Wait. Ah, great. Between the wreckage of these weird explosions and the construction vehicles, there's no direct way through to the studio. Maybe the long way around? We'll need to go through Centrum Park. Good. Okay. Hey, this should be okay. If we just keep going, we can cut through to the other side. Good. I love the owl. So cute. It's strange. What? It's just kind of quiet. Usually if you come to the park in the morning, you'll see joggers, cyclists. Actually, this one time, Anya and I... I'm talking to a bird. Good. Let's just get this done. Hey man, it's intelligent. What is this statue? What was that sound? Oh, it's just some kids. They look a little young to be running around the park on their own with everything that's going on. Are you two okay? Were you playing some kind of game? We're running away from the monster! Monster, huh? What does it look like? Wait. Janice? Is it like a mean old thing with teeth and claws? No, silly, monsters don't look like that. Oh? You're wiser than you realize, kid. Then what does it look like? Like that! Oh, what? Oh! Oh, fuck. That's a real monster. Oh, wow, they were being serious? Boot! Kids, get behind me! Bob? Monsters? Monsters versus aliens? From the view, it kind of does look like Bob. What even is that thing? Out of my way. Oh, you talk too? Not gonna happen. Ah! Oh, wow, that really stings. Lady, are you okay? Oh, never come between the slime and her breakfast. Now move! I won't let you hurt them. Kids, is your mommy nearby? She lives just outside the park, back this way. Then go to her? Yeah, run, now. Don't stop until you get to her. Ah! Go! You're gonna regret that! What the? What is going on? Only I'd brought my Dragon Fantasy Arena cards. Honestly, yeah. We'll just have to beat you instead. This city will kneel before the great Malfera. What, like the statue behind us? I don't like the look of this. Oh boy. Comet, can you do anything? Guard your oh wait. Guard your tongue, vile fiend. Who said that? It was I, Comet. You can talk? Why don't you? Young lady, I appreciate the suddenness of this predicament, but that puts us on something of an accelerated schedule. You just throw it that you're an actual factual talking bird and your only follow-up is get over it? Time is short. Nina Aquila, I came to you because you are the defender of justice, hero of the downtrodden, and pure of heart. You just use your own body as a shield to defend 2 children from a monster. Your heart is pure in the ways which matter. That's all great, but I can give you the power we need to defeat these creatures, but only if you accept what I say. Let's eat them both! Fine, I accept. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. I think, oh my gosh, you guys, I think we're gonna see something. The Sacred Feather! No way! Chapter 4, Sacred Feathers, what? Then take this Sacred Feather. Now raise it aloft and repeat these words as I whisper in thy ear. No way, no way. By this oath, I will keep the secret. Oh wait, I will keep secret the strength that I am given and use it only in pursuit of justice. By the power of this sacred feather, I call upon the favor of Brynhilder, Valkyrie of armor and strength. Valkyrie, transform! Oh! Yo! WAYY transformation sequence! Let's go! Magical girls are real! Sheesh! The biggest magical girl I've seen! Sheesh! This feels amazing! I feel like I could run 100 miles and then still go 10 rounds with the heavyweight champ! Wait, why is my armor a 2-piece? It's high-level armor. Plus, the form is guided by your subconscious. On some level, you must have wanted it to look this way. It does look pretty kick-ass. Yeah, Nina, that's right. Oh, get them! Oh, those things! Defend yourself! Let's go! Bruh, I'm blind! Good. The flash wave transformation has disoriented these ruffians. Follow me forthwith. What about them? All in due course, young Valkyrie. A quick lesson seems to be in order. Quickly, this way. Now what? With the power of the sacred feather, you've taken on a mantle of great power. You are now much stronger and hardier than any normal human. But you need to practice before you take on the forces of Nilfheim. How do we do that? These trash cans. Destroy them to get accustomed to your Valkyrie slash. Okay? Oh, okay. Use keyboard, good. Move as normal, attack using okay. Got it. Oh, okay. Wapoo! Wapoo! Well done. But those were just trash cans. Yes, and you vanquished them adequately. But in case you didn't notice, I'm an attorney. I can't just go around murderizing things. Even if they are, well, monsters. These creatures are forged from the evil Queen Malfau's magic, twisted and bent to our will. Believe me, you are doing them as much a favor as the children you just saved. Understood. Okay, difficulty selection. This will help when she takes damage. If she runs out of health, you need to reload last save. Mm-hmm. Cinematic replay. Okay. Okay. I'll go with challenge. I want to try it. Got it. Yeah. Because we can change it with the laptop anyway. Now, let's go teach those slimes a lesson. Okay. Bam, bam. What? Wacha, wacha. Oh, wacha, 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 wacha. Wacha, wacha. Wacha, wacha. Oh, wacha, wacha, wacha. Well, you're flattened. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Wacha. Wacha, 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 wacha. Wacha, wacha. Wacha, 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 wacha. Wacha, wacha. Swing, swing. Swing, swing, swing. Swing, swing. There we go. Chicken! La 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 la. Shoo 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 shoo. Shoo 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 shoo. Alright, now we can go. Hell yeah! Bam 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 bam. Okay. Oh, there's so many of you. Not only one of me, but I will vanquish all of you. Come here, come here. Ah, can't hurt me. I got chicken, I got healing. You don't have healing, suckers. Whoa, okay, so they attack like that. In front. I see. Okay. There we go, there's the attack. Okay, nice. We did it. Easy. Woohoo! Sheesh! Let's go. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. Magnificent, even. How'd you feel? I have no idea if my noise suppression just muted all of that. Let me know. How do I feel? How do I feel? So it's real? Why, yes. All of it? I mean, mostly. Perhaps if you put your head between your knees. For what exactly? Just I'm told it can help. Okay, I think I've got a lid on that. I'm truly sorry about this. If it makes any difference, normally we don't reveal the truth to someone. Unexpectedly? Someone your age. I see. Though I must say, you're coping better than most. I just screamed for 5 straight minutes. Those are, in your manner of speaking, rookie numbers. But when people are first exposed to magic, it's not my first rodeo. I know the Brotherhood of Ishtar. Oh, Remius, how's he been? Let's not get sidetracked. So, the valiant Valkyries, even the evil Queen Malfera, they're real. It's a long story. In fact, touch your head to mine and I'll see what I can explain. Okay. Years ago, Malfera, the great deceiver, defied the powers of Asgard and was cast down to Niflheim, the realm of despair. There her powers grew, and hidden from Asgard's gaze, she styled herself Queen of that cursed realm. A great and terrible Queen of Despair. She fed off the despair of humankind. All negativity and loss fueled her, made her more powerful. And when she had power enough, she kidnapped creatures of Midgard. Midgard's Earth, by the way. She kidnapped creatures of Midgard and turned them into monsters and tried to conquer the realms, starting here. Here? You mean Earth? I mean Fledged City. But why? Even the journey of 1,000 miles has to begin with a single step. So, gotta start somewhere? Effectively, yes. Fearful of what might happen, but bound not to interfere directly by ancient law, the Valkyries of Asgard sent I, Comet, and my partner, Stana, to Midgard. We were tasked with finding 5 special young women who could be trusted to fight the battle the Aesir could not. And you found them. Not right away. We were caught in a storm between the realms and separated. Stana was hurt and lost her memory. Sounds rough. It's unfortunately common in bad crossings between the realms. I thought Stana was lost. But I met the 15-year-old Amara Walker, who at the time was attending Fledged Prep. That's the most prestigious school within the city limits. Her family must be. She came from money, certainly. But when monsters tried to kidnap some of the students of her school, Amara chose to help stop them. I gave her a sacred feather, and she assumed the powers of Valkyrie Hrund, Lady of Grace and Beauty, gifted with the power of ice. Ice? She's a fantastic figure skater. There was a thematic cohesion. I don't quite get... Unbeknownst to us at the time, Stana had made contact with the also 15-year-old Milja Nordin. Stana intervened when Milja was attacked just like you are today. She gave Milja a sacred feather, and she assumed the mantle of Valkyrie Freya, warrior queen of light. But you were still separated. For a time, but soon we reformed, and the girls worked as a pair, meeting and recruiting 3 more girls, until one by one, the entire team came together as the Valiant Valkyries. Together, they used their powers to protect Midgard from Alfara, who at all times tried to sow despair. Then what happened? Well, the magical war raged for 7 years. Most weeks, Malfara would hatch some sort of diabolical scheme to try and create greater despair. One week, she hypnotized all the people in the city to refuse any marriage proposals. Another time, she made it so that no one could ever plug in a USB or HDMI cable without directly looking at it. And another week, she had a certain monster create haunted ice cream that... Beg your pardon, but none of these seem like world-ending scenarios. But these were merely the preamble, the first salvo in the war. Finally, Malfara pulled all of her magic, and from it, birthed her most terrible weapon of all. Her son, the evil Prince Kakon. He arrived in this very park, at the head of an army of monsters. The girls fought him and his creatures right out to the streets, where in a moment of triumph, Milja had defeated him with an attack so powerful, a nearby building crumbled, and he was crushed into the rubble. Oh. But Malfara was still at large, surely. I'm getting to that. Some of the girls wanted to leave it there, thinking this terrible blow might cause Malfara to end her campaign. But Amara was certain this would only strengthen her resolve. So the girls hatched a plan. Stana opened a portal to Nilfheim, and the girls stepped through. There they fought their way through the Palace of Darkness and confronted Malfara in her lair. They clashed, and when all hope seemed lost, Milja destroyed Malfara's scepter. Without it, Malfara could not astral project on or scry faraway things. If she wanted to continue her campaign, she would need to travel to Midgard and do it face to face. But she was also gravely injured, giving the girls a chance to escape. So they won. Not too shabby. Yes, the war was won, but at great cost. When Comet said that, I felt a wave of grief unlike anything I've ever known. Great cost? For now, all that matters is that they didn't leave Nilfheim unscathed. All of us lost something that day. How poetic! What do you mean? You can post-rationalize it any way you want, Comet, but from where I'm standing, you recruited 5 impressionable 15-year-old girls and treated them as soldiers. Surely you can understand the problem with that? We gave them the powers to protect your world in the only way that we could. A power you yourself freely accepted only moments ago. I acted for the good of the realms. Our authority does not answer to you. I'm gonna let that go for now. When the incident happened at the studio, Amara sent you to follow Stana. What happened? Stana opened a portal to Nilfheim. For goodness sake, why? I don't know. I suspect whatever the answer is, it might resolve a number of mysteries. If I followed her, but lost sight of her in the crossing, and by the time I reached the realm of despair, she was nowhere to be found. Time travel is over there, so for me, not much time has passed since your incident. Okay. Time to talk to Amara. No! Why not? After we defeated Malfara, the girls gave up all their powers. Like I said, the end of the magical war took a toll on everyone. Amara said she never wanted to talk about this stuff again. When I bring it up, she jokes as if it was an imaginary game played by kids. Fine, then let's talk to Milia. No. Why not? Just like you, Milia took an oath to safeguard the secrecy of her powers. She denied knowledge until the very end. She could be about to face the death penalty. It wouldn't be the first time she's to be defended the secret in the face of death. Can't they just transform and show her? You think you can do that without anyone else seeing? But Oh! There's gotta be someone else who might be able to help. Someone's gotta have known the girls for long enough to have some idea about this. I think I know who we can speak to. You think so? Let's just hope he's at the studio. Okay. I think that is a good time to end off. We got a bunch of info about this magical girl stuff. Alright, so that was Nina Aquila Legal Chapter 4 for tonight. We are finally getting into the Sacred Feathers part. I was wondering when that might kick in. Interesting. So, yeah, super interesting, and I cannot wait to get to the bottom of what the hell happened, because it's still a very weird incident for sure. So interesting. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow I'm gonna continue Life is Strange 2, so that'll be fun. Let's see where that story goes tomorrow. But for now, thank you all so much, my dear fairies, for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I'm super hype. Anyways, that's all. Rest well, and hopefully I'll see y'all next stream. Hi, Kasurabium. But yeah, rest well. Bye-bye.